Declare your independence with Ernest Hancock.
Welcome back to Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock, here in Phoenix, Arizona, and we're talking to Josh Manuel of Ron Paul Forums. He's on the road. I guess you were in South Carolina. Are you already driving on your way back?
We are on our way back. We're en route. We had a great time in South Carolina. Riding with Luke Coton. He's a moderator on Ron Paul Forums, but went up there and saw all the stars and had a great time. But it was we're driving 36 out of 72 hours this trip.
Wow. All right. I know you guys are busy. I want you to give me every little highlight detail of being there. Okay. Now, we'll start off when did you leave and you took the road trip going up there and uneventful, you just got there, and then what happened?
Well, yeah, it was one big Liberty blur, I guess. But got up there at about 6 a.m. on Wednesday yesterday, and went to sleep, and then got about 7 hours of sleep, and made our way over to the Peace Center and just hung out around there all day, and hit up the Hyatt rally, walked by there, and watched the debate, and it was fantastic from our point of view. We were on the second story, and the bottom floor was basically, I guess, your South Carolina GOP diamond seating. I think they had a special party for them outside, and then they brought them in on the first floor. So everybody else, I guess, the peons were upstairs.
Okay, but you were inside the debate area, right?
Yeah, we were on the balcony. We have pretty good seats.
Well, so when we heard the crowd and cheering and everything, that was y'all, or did anybody else join in the audience?
It was. I was very surprised by how many people were clapping. It was really throughout the whole center, I think so.
You know, one of my favorite parts was after the debate when Sean Hannity goes, Ron Paul is not here for me to interview. He went to the Tea Party.
Yeah, and that makes him look so good. Ron, makes Ron look so good. He's got actual supporters that want to hear him talk.
Okay, this is Josh Manuel. He's one of the creators of Ron Paul Forums. Now, Josh and I have known each other for a long time. We first met, and the first time it was May, June of 2007, when you and I hooked up to put up a bunch of Ron Paul signs on all the overpasses in Des Moines prior to their first little, whatever the heck it was, they tried to exclude Dr. Paul from, had big party. So
at Hy-Vee Hall. Yeah.
I've known you a long time. You guys have really, created something that has really been an engine for a lot of the unorganized, the spontaneous order kind of stuff. And I saw something on Ron Paul Forums last night. I put up on Freedom's Phoenix as part of one of the articles that I thought was the coolest thing ever. Somebody said, I don't know if you saw this, they go, you know what? We should do a snowball bomb against Hannity and get those hostess snowballs.
Yeah. That'd be good. I also heard somebody recommend that they carry around a cooler with snowballs if it's hot out. Summer.
It was I don't even want to give him that much attention. It was fun to think about, but it's just like screw him, man. Hannity, it doesn't matter. But the thing is that for those of us that knew what to expect, and we saw the debate. I would think that the rest of America saw that Ron Paul kicked butt again, but they haven't. We were just looking for the Fox polling. Is there a Fox poll? No, I didn't see anything. Did you?
As far as text poll or anything, we weren't in front of the TV at all. It was all just kind of at the debate, but we didn't see one personally. There might have been one after, but we went to the Hyatt Tea Party rally after the debate.
Tell me about it.
Immediately after the debate, and Ron Paul spoke, great speech, and we saw Peter Schiff there, Jack Hunter there, Jesse Benton, a lot of good guys, a lot of good hard-working patriots, and definitely have to see you again. I know you're busy with your radio show, but hope it's going well, man.
Yeah, no, we're having fun. I mean, it's a lot. I tell you, we're looking forward to see what happens now that we have this foundation. That a big, large part of it was the creativity on Ron Paul Forum. So I'm sure you guys are going to be a big part of this thing. But it's see what happens. I don't feel that there's any one of us that has to keep our finger on some button to make it keep going now. But I'm
Right.
wondering, I know we've talked before building up to this and so on, you know, and you know my opinion, but I know some people, they got a plan, man. There's a plan. Is there a plan? You got a plan? What's the plan?
Yeah, there's a number of plans, and it's always, you know, the most focus is on the next event, and it's just a whirlwind of events, one after the other. But we've got our grassroots plans, and we're enacting them, and you know, a lot of it's fundraising at this point. But as we get closer and closer to your primaries, you're going to start getting a lot more information on specifics.
Well, what's the next debate?
The next debate is, I'd have to look it up. I don't have that off the top of my head. But
I don't even know. That's
I always straw polls on my radar for sure. That's going to be big, and I think that there's going to be some grassroots houses that are rented, and I guess we're looking for any houses that maybe could be offered up as a grassroots headquarter. But last time we started with tens of thousands, and I think this time we start with definitely hundreds of thousands. So it's gonna change.
Well, what were the difference in the people that you associated with there that was at the debate and at the Tea Party event afterwards? Are they a lot of new people, or was it a vast majority of people that were involved in the campaign before? You know, give me the makeup.
It was compared to CPAC. It wasn't the same crowd. It was just another group of people at a different location. I don't think it was all the same people. In terms of CFL presence, RPF presence, or YAL presence, it was a different mix for sure, and it was South Carolinians. So that's good that he did get applause so many times. I think people are ready for change, real change. You know, and I sound like an Obama.
Well, what was the impression that people gave of Gary Johnson? I've interviewed Gary Johnson. He came on the show last year for an hour in studio. We had a couple of supporters that were here last night, watched the debate, you know, wanted to see how he held up and so on. What was your impression?
Well, you know, since Johnson's running, it's probably, you know, I don't think we would have had this debate if Johnson wasn't on stage, because there only would have been 4 people up there. So, you know, he's played a spoke in the wheel, I guess, already. So that's helped Ron Paul, I think, having this debate, because it turned out fantastic, in my opinion. And I don't know how it looked on the television yet, and I'll watch it as soon as I get home.
No, everything was great. You know, we're going to be talking about it. You know, Dean Pleasant, a friend of mine, he watched it this morning. And his whole thing was, you know, give me. Let's go ahead and go to Dean. Tell me what your impression was of the other 3 guys, other than Gary and Paul.
Well, what it broke down to is, what was a character? What was a defining overall caricature that these guys portrayed or were made to portray? Herman Cain is an interesting guy, because I've been noticing over the last year how he's being put forth by some heavy hitters in the Republican Party as essentially the black man to face off the other black man, which is Obama. And he's an interesting guy, but only today did I learn that he was actually one of the Fed employees. He ran the Fed bank in Kansas City. and they're trying to portray him as an outsider because he hasn't held office before. You don't get any more inside than that.
Hey, Josh, can you hold over the break? We can talk a little bit more, or do you got to go?
Yes, sir. I'll hang on.
Yeah, would you please? That'd be great. Josh Manuel from Ron Paul Forums was there. And now so are you.